Welcome to your new Magenta home. Here are some key things you need to know to get the most out of your energy efficient home.
Here to show you how to use your central heating system and domestic hot water. We're using an air source heat pump in this particular property, supplied by Valent in this case, and I'll also run through the user interface. First of all, we've got the home screen, very self-explanatory, tells us the time of day, the humidity in the air, the temperature outside, and what the current temperature is on the inside of this property. In order to alter the temperatures, we firstly start by the middle button. Don't be alarmed by this first exclamation mark. That's just telling us that there is no need for any heat because this property is already at the temperature over the desired temperature they want. Press it again and we have three options: control, information, and settings. For you as home users, the top two are the important ones. The bottom one is more for installers and for maintenance. So if we start with control, we click the tick, and that then gives us some options. So we have underfloor heating, radiators, zone 3, which is obsolete in this property, absence, which you use for when you're on holiday, and DHW, which stands for domestic hot water, so the temperature of your hot water comes out at. So let's look at underfloor heating. Again, we just press the tick. It tells us what it is, so it's a heating zone. We click it again. It asks us what it tells us in manual mode. So basically, there is no timer set or anything on this. It's just setting the temperature once and leaving it. And currently, the desired temperature for this downstairs is 20 degrees. If we wanted to change that up or down, you simply click the tick. So you see the big screen, and then you move your finger up or down and change it. So we'll set that down now to 18.5, tick, that's it, done. The same can be done, first back. The same can be done for your radiators on the upstairs, exactly the same process, set to manual. Its desired temperature is 18, so let's increase that to 20 for now, tick, done, simple as that. Information is exactly what it says it needs to be. It's just providing you information about the system. So if we tick the box, it currently tells us that the water pressure is 1.2 bar, which is good. That's what it should be, 1.2 and above. The air humidity, how much energy you've used, and that's really where you need to stop. Those three things are all the information that you'll need to find out. So this is where your hot water is stored and where the brains of the operation are from the heat pump. This is just a standard hot water cylinder. It has a flow and return in the bottom that are coming from your heat pump, and that heats the hot water that's inside there for your use, as we are controlled by the panel before. Obviously, this is your consumer unit inside of here. These are all of your switches, which are all labelled for various sockets and all the rest of it, just if there's ever any issues. This is the brains behind the operation. So when you're controlling it using your touchpad, it's this that's controlling both the external unit and the underfloor heating controls. On the right hand side here, there is a unit that shows you the current power consumption and whether it's using for heating or hot water, and there's a symbol of a tap if it's currently working to hot water, and a symbol of a radiator if it's currently working to heating. On the opposite side, there is a buffer vessel, and this is basically keeping the pressure in the system. Sometimes, like with any gas boiler or any heating system, occasionally the pressure will drop. There's a red arrow on the pressure gauge with two levers above that you need to open to above the red arrow, just slightly. Close it off and then press the reset button on the unit. That should maybe happen to potentially 3 times a year if there's a pressure drop. Other than that, there is an immersion switch. In the case of absolute emergency, if something goes wrong with your heat pump and you still need hot water, you flick that switch and it will give domestic hot water to give time for an engineer to come to site. One thing to note with an air source heat pump and a hot water cylinder, it will always prefer to make sure you've got hot water first. So if you've been away on holiday and you've set the unit to holiday mode, when you come back and you turn it on, the heating won't go on until this is the hot water inside is hot. That may take a couple of hours, but once it's done, the heating will come back in. So this is the external unit of the air source heat pump. Again, this one's manufactured by Valent. Main things be aware of this is we have to keep clear space around it. So a metre in front, 300 mil all the way around. So that's a foot all the way around, nice and clear, which allows the airflow to circulate through and make the heat pump really efficient. On the wall to the right is the main isolator. Again, this doesn't need to be touched really from the homeowner. It's more for maintenance use. And then on the bottom, you can see the flow and return into the house for the hot water going in.